Hey everyone, KWolfe here with you once again, bringing you an update from the 2023 ISDE in Argentina. This is the day 3 update. Before I get into the racing updates, I just wanted to give you guys this. If you did not see my Instagram story, my day 2 release video last night, after I got done recording and after I had got done publishing the video from day 2 yesterday, I received a press release, a statement from the FIM, noting that a Dutch club racer by the name of Albert Post passed away during racing yesterday at ISDE. I was actually Facebook friends with Albert. I had communicated with him on numerous occasions in the past. He was a supporter of mine ever since I started covering the ISDE, whether it be here at home or actually at the event. So my deepest condolences and sympathies to the Albert Post family, along with the 2 friends of his that were racing on the club team this week. So again, my condolences to the Post family. Now we move on to the updates for day number 3. It was a USA once again, a brand new day of racing, and I'll throw the graphic up on the screen so you can see what the terrain looked like. Complete opposite direction from the paddock is what they did for days 1 and 2. 143 miles, 226 kilometers, another 7 hours on the bike, unless they change something that I'm not aware of. They actually shortened day 2 yesterday from day 1 because of the extreme heat. They actually took an hour out of the day for day number 2 compared to the previous day, even though it was the same loop. They still ran all the 6 special tests, but they took an hour out of the day to give everybody a break and get them back to the park for May sooner because of the heat. And that really has taken effect. Even though it's gotten cooler through this week, it has still played a role on the riders as we moved into the middle of this week. But as far as the results go, new terrain, new special test. USA actually started out pretty slow today. They were behind the 8 ball. They were down in the 4th place position as far as team classification goes. Not a huge gap up to 1st, but they were in 4th. They didn't get out to their customary leading start, but by the end of the day, in the second half, the second run through all 3 of the special tests, they had moved themselves right back into the lead. So they win day 3 and take their 3rd straight day of the week and extend their lead in the team classification. The big drop from the times is Great Britain, 2nd place in the standings heading into day 3 today. They lose nearly 3 minutes to the United States, and they were 5th outright in the team classification today behind France, Spain, and Italy. However, they still hold on to the number 2 spot overall, but they really lost out today, and they let every other country, they let Spain and France and Italy really creep up behind them. So if we take a look at the top 10 overall after day 5 individually, Josep Garcia moved back into the lead over Andrea Verona. Verona takes the first test of the day. Garcia wins the other 5 and moves himself back into the overall individual lead outright. Verona in the number 2 spot. Dante Oliveira, even though he was 7th on the day, the times, times I should say, between 3rd and about 10th or 12th were all very close, about 30 seconds separating 3rd through 12th. So therefore, even though he was 7th, he still holds on to the top 3 in the individual classification. 4th is still Taylor Robert. Cole Martinez is 5th. Nathan Watson and Jamie McCanney from Great Britain in the 6th and 7th positions. 8th is still Johnny Gerard. And then 9th and 10th are the two of the 3 junior riders, Albert Norben and Axel Sem from Sweden. Moving into the team classification after day number 3, USA pads their lead 8 minutes and 15 seconds now over Great Britain, who, as a result of the unfortunate errors that they made today, now only hold a 40-second lead over France, who really put in a good effort today, along with Spain and Italy. So France is now in 3rd, 40 seconds behind Great Britain. Spain is about a minute 45-ish off of France, 10:33 out of the lead. And Italy about a minute off the pace of Spain in 5th spot, 11:34 out of the number 1 position. Moving on to the Junior World Trophy standings, again, as I mentioned in the individual classification, it was all Sweden once again, despite the fact that they are actually dealing with a little bit of illness, I should say, and sickness. They are still putting it to everybody else in the junior classification. All 3 of their riders scoring in the top 15 overall for the 3rd straight day, and nobody else has anything for them. After yesterday and day 2, it was a battle between USA and France. After today, France takes over the number 2 position, dropping USA to 3rd with a pretty good cushion, no less. And so now everybody's pretty spread out, and then USA is free and clear from 4th and 5th. Individually, Mateo Oliveira in the 20s individually, and then Grant Davis and Kai Aiello in the 40s overall. So not the greatest day for them, but they should be able to pick it up after they've seen the test twice now, heading into day 4 tomorrow. Bringing up the times for the Junior World Trophy, Sweden leads the way by nearly 12 minutes now over France, who have almost a 3-minute advantage to United States in third. 4th spot, 25 minutes back, is home nation Argentina, and then newly placed 5th position rider, 12 minutes in back of Argentina, is the Czech Republic team. Moving on to the Women's World Trophy classification standings today. Individually, Brandy Richards wins the day again. However, Rachel Gudish in test number 5 gets her very first victory in a special test at ISDE, as far as I know, by about 0.3 of a margin over Brandy Richards, so congratulations to Rachel Gudish. However, in the final special test in test number 6, Rachel actually took a very hard crash, a little bit banged up. She had to ride the last hour through the transfer and everything into Park Fermé with a pretty mangled bike. It sounds like her handlebars were this way, her front end was pointing straight, and she had to ride an hour like that. She got into Park Fermé, into the paddock, straightened everything out, got her tires changed, got her air filter changed, and made it into impound with time to spare. So she didn't lose any time right there and gave up any time to Australia. So hats off to Rachel Gudish. She ended up 4th on the day. 3rd for the day was Corey Steed due to the crash of Rachel Gudish. However, before that final test ran, after special test 5, all 3 women were running 1, 2, and 3 in the individual classification. So they really put the hammer down today. Danielle McDonald, the 16-year-old from Australia, moved her way into the number 2 spot individually by day's end, but it was still an all-American affair. And pulling up the team results right now, the team standings after day 3, it is USA by 10.5 minutes over Australia, and then the FIM Latin American team an hour and 50 minutes behind. Right now, these 3 are the top 3 teams, no matter what happens to anybody else. But as far as for that gold medal position goes, it's USA versus Australia, but they have 10.5 minutes to work from. Moving on to the club classifications, after day 2, it was an all-American affair. Once again, Josh Toth with his first sweep of the week, winning all 6 special tests and putting 2 minutes and 26 seconds to his lead over Preston Campbell. In the 3rd spot was Jaden Donners for the day. 4th was rookie Jack Walker, who just recently signed with the Factory Beta Squad. So he puts in his best performance of the week in 4th for his first time in ISDE. And then rounding out the top 5 individually was Axel Pearson. Beyond that, for the rest of the club riders, Austin Serpa was 8th, Thorne Devlin 9th, Hunter Smith was 11th, Ryan Surratt in the number 12 spot. 14th was Trevor Maley, Nathan Ferder was 23rd, Chase Bright was 28th for the 2nd straight day. Jackson Davis was 33rd, Kyle Tishner in 49th, John Beal in 50th, and Ava Silvestri in P82. Unfortunately for Zach Toth, right before the end of the day, it sounded like he suffered a crash, and it sounds like a dislocated shoulder for him, and ultimately he didn't finish the day. He made it to the 5th time control, but he never checked in to pre-finish or finish and impounded his bike. So it sounds like Zach Toth's run at his first ISDE is officially, unfortunately over. But Zach was putting in great rides this week, right up there with Josh. And we salute you, Zach, and we wish you all the best. If it's a dislocated shoulder or whatever else you're dealing with, we wish you all the best moving forward with the healing process when you come back home. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for the day 3 update. I appreciate everybody watching the videos, giving me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, cop the merch that I don't even have, share the video around to everybody that you know if you would, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day number 4.